World War II, 1939 to 1945. So under this subtopic, we are going to look at the causes of this war, and you shall also look at the impact of this war on East Africa. So let us kick off. And in simple terms, World War II can be defined as a global war centered in Europe, which began on 1st September 1939 and lasted up to the 14th of August 1945. Remember, it is important to understand that World War II is by far the most destructive conflict in human history, and this war resulted into a death toll of about 80 million people. So yes, this makes it the most bloodiest and destructive conflict of all conflicts human beings have ever experienced. So more than 100 million soldiers from more than 40 countries participated in this war. And the participants, or the participating nations, threw their entire political, economic and technological efforts towards winning the war. Now in this I mean that once the war began, everything came to a pause in the world, and every effort, every resource, every fund and all human resources were directed towards fighting. So this means that the world came to a pause, and all nations that participated in whichever thing that they did, they made sure that every resource was allocated towards the efforts of winning the war. And that is why this war is terrible. That is why this war was terrible. So it is also important to understand, it is on record that World War II was the first and so far the only human conflict in which a nuclear weapon was used. So, which you call the atomic bomb. Now, humanity had not yet seen or had not yet known what a nuclear weapon was, or how it felt to use a nuclear weapon, or the impact of a nuclear weapon. So now in World War II, it was the first war, or the first human conflict where, and so far the only one, because there, apart from World War II, there has not been any other conflict in which a nuclear bomb was used. So, and this bomb was used on Japan by USA. So during World War II, USA dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which were Japanese cities. And the outcome was disastrous, and it is still felt to date. So World War II was fought between two major alliances, that is to say the Axis powers and the Allied powers. The Axis powers included Germany, Italy and Japan. So the Axis powers are also known as the Tokyo, Rome, Berlin Axis. Then on the other hand, the Allied powers included Britain, France, USSR, USA, to mention but a few. This war was triggered, or the immediate cause of World War II was Hitler's invasion of Poland on 1st September 1939. So on 1st September 1939, the German leader Adolf Hitler invaded Poland, or commanded his army to occupy Poland. And when they attacked and occupied Poland, Britain and France sent an ultimatum to Germany, instructing them to withdraw their troops from Poland, and Germany refused to abide. And when Germany refused to act accordingly, then subsequently on 3rd September 1939, Britain and France subsequently declared war on Germany, which kicked off, which marked the beginning of the Second World War. So this war officially ended on 14th August with the surrender of Japan. Now remember that under the Axis powers we had the German, Italy and Japan. So Germany and Italy had surrendered as early as April. However, Japan pushed on with the resistance, and the Japanese, asserted or maintained a stiff resistance in the Far East that was invisible or that was hard to break. So not until the nuclear bombs were dropped onto their cities. So it was after hitting Japan with nuclear that actually Japan went to its knees and surrendered. So now in simple terms, those are some of the key facts about World War